bring it back, looking for help. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Alabama's offense will get first crack at it today. And Jesse, this offense is built around a guy who could be a generational talent at wide receiver.
This offense is explosive because of that guy. He can take routine catches and turn them into long touchdowns. He can take the top off of a defense. They're going to throw his way early and often in this game, Billy.
And I can tell you already, the defensive coordinator is not enjoying his life. Like, every single play, you better know where he is. He can wreck a game in one play, can hit the home run at any time. All eyes will be on him.
Makes the catch. It's Hale. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Might be looking to run. Caught near the sticks. It's Young. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones.
He'll take a deep shot here. Makes a catch at the 15. And he just kept running and he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bama! And the extra point is good and it's 7-0.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. That makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing.
There he goes. He continues to fight for yards. Touchdown, Wildcats. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. The extra point here would tie the game. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Looking for blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Let's talk about Alabama. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that in the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to...
Going for the big play. He's got it at the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown time. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big big-time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. It's complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. They'll go to the jet sweep to try to get the edge here. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Snagged in the middle. It's Davis. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. This crowd rising up, sensing that his defense needs some help. They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky 1st down.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football belly.
Touchdown, Kentucky! Fitted in the window for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
Bringing it back. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. 1st snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Toss sweep to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get into play immediately.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on it to force the incompletion.
Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the 1st down. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Gets the back moving. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Catch in the middle. It's Hale. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Russell. Makes the catch. It's Young. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And I think they'll give him 2 on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. Bunch formation for these receivers. Back to pass. Looking for the end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Isaac. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Davis. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
The give on the option. Finds some fresh air. Picks up the first down. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football. They've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Lowry. Swings it out to the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Edwards. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Young. At the 45 on his way. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He's going for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Third and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on third and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Touchdown, Alabama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking downfield, it's Lowry. Finds his big tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's the pressure. Under heavy pressure, lets him fly. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. It'll be a draw. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Runs through the tackle. And he used that patented spin move to pick up a few extra yards. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Man, that linebacker is athletic. He can make tackles in space against very athletic dudes. That receiver's not an easy guy to bring down. That linebacker got him there quick.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense
Turning it on!
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Fires to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They relentlessly moved forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Quick strike through the air for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. You got to figure something out. got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Lowry. With the catch, it's Hodges. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Gets away from one, finds room. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a fourth down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking for a man. It's Russell. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Bringing the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Sometimes just punt the ball. Now this offense set up with a 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Got the quick pass. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Hale. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I love an offense that wants to slip.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Goes to the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. To the air, it's Russell. Working that left side now. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Finds his big tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And really good job knowing I don't get in the end zone. I got to get close to the end zone, be ready to break on the football as soon as they throw it. I can't give up any yards after the catch, and they don't right there.
They got nothing and probably didn't like it on the last play. They'll have another chance on 3rd and goal from the 1. Trying to barge in. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. Getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat. There he goes. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Lowry. Got it in the middle, it's Hodges. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab on the left. Breaks the tackle.
That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing. You've got to pick up the urgency, and this offense is going to have to get more aggressive throwing downfield.
They're going to have to take shots, but I know that, right? The defense knows that. I'm going to stay deep, and I'm going to let you complete all these passes underneath because the clock running is my friend.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Washington. Open space at the 25. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. They just keep firing. Catch in the middle. It's Washington. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Washington. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Snap in the shotgun. He's got it on the run. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Love the play call by the offense. Love drag routes down this close to the goal line. First down, you're just trying to get an easy completion, catch and run, walk in, score. Defense made a nice play. They made the tackle, so now you got to turn the page.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do